2 of The Imaginary Veterinary, The Lonely Lake Monster. Okay, Chapter 1, Pot of Gold. Pearl smacked the alarm clock until the loud beeping stopped. Is it morning already, she thought? As she rolled over, something crinkled. She rubbed sleep crystals from the corner of her eyes, then rolled the other way. Crinkle, crinkle. What was that? Reaching under her pillow, she pulled out a piece of paper. She still couldn't believe it hadn't been a dream. What Pearl Petal held in her hand was a certificate of merit in the art of Sasquatch catching. That's right, Sasquatch catching. And it was signed by Dr. Emerald Wu, veterinarian for imaginary creatures. This was not the usual kind of thing found under a 10-year-old's pillow, like a comic book or a blue jay feather or a secret diary. But last weekend hadn't been a usual kind of weekend. Last weekend, Pearl met an escaped Sasquatch, a real, living, breathing, furry, smelly Sasquatch. And being a clever girl, Pearl captured the Sasquatch and returned it to Dr. Wu's hospital for imaginary creatures. That was when she earned the certificate of merit. She'd done such a good job that Dr. Wu had made her an apprentice at the hospital. Today was going to be the first day of the apprenticeship. Maybe Pearl would meet a centaur or a fairy. Perhaps she'd meet a unicorn. Susan Petal, Pearl's mother, walked into the room, a basket of folded laundry balanced on her hip. "Wake up, sleepyhead." Pearl quickly tucked the paper under the blanket. As Mrs. Petal opened a dresser drawer, Pearl's mind raced. Where could she hide her certificate? Beneath the mattress was too obvious. Where? What time are you supposed to be at Dr. Wu's? 8 o'clock, Pearl said. She'd set the alarm for 7 a.m. to be certain she'd have plenty of time to get ready. She didn't want to be late on her first day. Are you sure you want to do this? Mrs. Petal dropped 3 pairs of rolled socks into the top drawer. Your father and I still expect you to get your chores done. Pearl stiffened. Yes, I'm sure. I'm totally sure. I really want to be an apprentice. She blew a lock of blonde hair from her face. I don't understand why you're so excited about working at a worm hospital, Mrs. Petal said with a shake of her head. Because it's not really a worm hospital, Pearl thought. But she couldn't say that. The sign on the hospital's gate read, Dr. Wu's Worm Hospital. But that was a big fat lie. No one was supposed to know that Dr. Wu worked with imaginary creatures. Pearl had found out only because of the Sasquatch incident, and afterward she'd signed a contract of secrecy. Worms are cool, Pearl said. Cool? Mrs. Petal opened another drawer and looked tenderly at her daughter. Well, I guess working in a worm hospital is something to do. I know you get bored in the store all day. Your father thinks this apprenticeship might keep you out of trouble. Her gaze darted to the newspaper article that was framed and mounted on Pearl's wall. Fire Department rescues girl stuck in tree. Again. Pearl frowned. She didn't get into trouble on purpose, and she certainly didn't keep a troublemaking list. But Buttonville was a very boring town. Many of the shops had closed down, along with the bowling alley and the toy store. Most of the young families had moved away. There was almost nothing to do, so Pearl had to be clever. It wasn't her fault that other people didn't like some of her clever ideas. I was trying to get a woodpecker's nest, she reminded her mother. I didn't need the fire department. I know how to climb out of a tree. Well, it's too bad Dr. Wu runs a worm hospital and not a bird hospital. You could show the doctor your lovely nest collection. Mrs. Petal tucked T-shirts into the drawer, then closed it. Don't forget to eat your breakfast before you leave. Laundry basket in hand, she left the bedroom. As her mother's footsteps faded, Pearl threw her blanket aside and scrambled out of bed. Her corner shelf was cluttered with old board games. She opened the lid to a game called Pot of Gold. The golden pot was filled with plastic playing pieces, leprechauns, gold coins, and rainbows. What a perfect hiding place. No one in her family had played pot of gold in years. She stuck the certificate of merit into the golden pot and set the lid back on top. Then she ran to the bathroom. 5 minutes to shower, 5 minutes to dress, 5 minutes to eat breakfast. That would leave plenty of time to walk to Dr. Wu's. Soon she'd begin her apprenticeship. Her scalp tingled with excitement. What wondrous creature would she meet today?